Hey friend, John MacLennan here, and in this video you're going to learn how to play Good Golly, Miss Molly, as recorded by the great Little Richard on guitar. Now this song is essentially just a blues progression in the key of G, something called the 12-bar blues that I talk a lot about here on the channel. We're going to break down the guitar part note for note, and you're going to learn this really cool kind of boogie-woogie classic blues pattern through this progression. Now there are a couple twists to it that Little Richard does. There's some breaks where you have to count 2 extra beats, and then there's like an instrumental section and a main just verse progression, and then of course the ending. I'm gonna break it all down for you step by step. But before we jump in, if you're new here, you've got to grab my ultimate fretboard guide at the first link down below. And this is going to show you the 5 chords and scales that I use to map out the entire fretboard. And it's just a really useful one-page PDF that's going to show you how I put this together on the neck. And it's going to tie right in with today's lesson when we're talking about playing like a G chord and then outlining the notes of that chord with a guitar part. So grab your copy completely for free. Just go to johnmaclennan.com/fretboard guide or use the first link down below. All right, well, with that said, let's break down this song. Let's break down how to play Good Golly, Miss Molly as recorded by Little Richard on guitar. Now the tune starts off with just a straight up 12-bar blues with a break in the last bar. Here's what it sounds like. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then Little Richard is in right there with the lyrics, Good Golly, Miss Molly. So let me break down what I'm playing here. We're in the key of G, and we're basically outlining 3 chords. Those 3 chords are G, C, and D. Now for each chord shape, for example, if we start on the G, we're going to first play the root note. So that's going to be here the 3rd fret of the low E. We're going to play each note twice to start. We're going to go G, then we'll play the note B, then D, and then we'll finish with E to D. That's the 2nd fret to the 5th fret on the 4th string and then the 5th string. So those notes are G, B, D, E, D. That's our little figure. It's a very common, just boogie-woogie style blues part, and we're gonna play that 4 times for the first 4 bars. I'm gonna also use all down strums here. It's really high energy, you know, up to tempo. But it sounds good just to play them as all downs because it keeps it rocking. So we're gonna play 4 times on that. I'll play that slowly. From there, we're gonna shift down 1 string. And this is gonna be what we call our 4 chord, or C. We're gonna play the same bass line, but we just literally came down 1 string. So I'm on the 5th string, 3rd fret, then 4th string, then 3rd string, 4th string. And those notes are C, E, G, A, G. Then we go back to the riff starting on G. So it's 2 times on C there, and then 2 times back on G. And that's gonna be bars 5 through 8 here. So I'll play that slowly. Back to G. Then we get to the last 4 bars here. We're gonna take the riff that we were playing on C and we're gonna bring it up 2 frets and start it on the note D, which is at the 5th fret of the 5th string. Here we're gonna play. have that break in the last bar. So what I played was D, F sharp, A, and then B, A. Then drop that down 2 frets, C, E, G, A, G, and then back to the first riff. Then we'll finish with just one root note there on the tonic, or the 1 chord in this key. It's just the note G there. So it's gonna go. 2, 3, 4. And that, of course, is where Little Richard comes in. Good golly, Miss Molly. His vocal is incredible. So let's put this all together. We're gonna play just those 12 bars slowly. Get set, and I'll count you in. 1 and 2 and 3 and go, and. Go to C. And back to G. D. C. G. All right, so that's the intro, and that is also used later as the sax solo. So we're gonna play that again with that break in the last bar. From here, we'll move to just a straight 12-bar blues. We're gonna play the exact same thing. The only difference is we're not gonna break in that last bar. We're just gonna play through that by staying on that G riff. So that's gonna sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Two times here. All right, then we have these breaks. We have 4 hits in a row, and the counting gets a little tricky here. We're gonna go a 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. And we're gonna play 4 bars where we just hit that G note right on the downbeat and then rest for the remainder of that measure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. Then we have a 2-4 bar where we just rest, and Little Richard sings "Good golly, miss," and then we're right back into the 4 chord there. So it's gonna go like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So there, I just plugged in the rest of the 12-bar blues. So we have those breaks, then the 2-4 bar, and then the remainder of the blues. So it's actually like a 13-bar blues or a 12.5 bar blues, you know, depending upon how you count that 2-4 bar. So that goes, then we repeat it again. Here's the next verse. I'll play it all as one piece with the breaks so you could hear that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, C, G, D, C, G. Then we do the sax solo. Play the intro again, we play the breaks again. Now when we finish, we come out of the 12-bar blues. We're on the 4 chord. Back to 1. Here's how it ends. 2, 3, 4, 1. So what that is a break, and it comes off of the 4 chord in the turnaround of the blues. We go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and we just hit that C note, the 4 chord, and we break. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we go. It's like these little horn parts that go da, 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 and then we go. Just do a very common blues ending. You know, you hear this on so many songs. We're in the key of G, but we just go up 1 fret and play A flat or a G sharp, and then move it down to G. So it goes. Now you can add your pinky. This sounds really cool. It's a very old school blues sound. You add your pinky to the 2nd string. It's gonna be on the same fret as your ring finger. So it's gonna go. And that's making that dominant 7th a 13th chord. So this would be A flat 13 to G 13. So take your time with that bass line, learn to play it over the G, the C, and the D. Make sure you're using all downstrokes as well, and just keep that strum hand relaxed. And that's gonna help you play at a faster tempo. The more you tense up, the more you're just gonna feel more of like you're hitting a wall. So you wanna be relaxed and then keep it tight on the strings, and over time you'll develop the stamina to be able to go through this whole thing and just keep those 8th notes hammering. And to help you even more, be sure to pick up my ultimate fretboard guide at the first link down below. And this is gonna show you the 5 chords and scales that I use to map out the entire fretboard. And this is so useful to understand. Once you see this on the neck, it'll change the way you play guitar. And I think about this when I'm playing anything, whether it's lead stuff, a rhythm, part, or a bass line, like in today's video. So grab your copy completely for free. Just go to johnmaclennan.com/fretboard guide. That's johnmaclennan.com/fretboard guide as my gift to you. Next, leave a comment down below and let me know your #1 song that you would like to see me teach here next on the channel. Just comment it down below. As always, thanks for your support here with the videos, and we'll see you in another one real soon.